girl. Anybody out there? No, that's not good. Been on this a minute. Nobody's showing up. Maybe I'll do this to myself today. Good morning, gentlemen. Beginning to worry. Thought I might have to do this to for myself today. Yeah, Peter, I want to talk about that maybe off the air. Well, good morning, Facebook. Hello, world. David Arday here. It's a sunny and beautiful day in Boise, Idaho. We do this thing we call Herd Over Coffee. We do it every single morning except for Sundays, Monday through Saturday at 9:30 Mountain Time, which I believe is also Canadian Standard Time. My friend Denise is on the broadcast with us today. We did it. We made it through a whole another week. Things are beginning to look better. It seems like we flattened the curve. It's fantastic. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of getting settled into this, kind of getting it figured out. I got to tell you what, we have saved lives. We have saved ourselves and we have saved other people by staying inside and keeping our social distancing. I really hope that our politicians and the general public is smart enough to continue to do that. We're not out of the woods by any means yet. I think you all know I have a wife who works for health and welfare. We have had a series of good news, but we probably have some difficult times yet still to come. I know it's been 30 days since the president said we'd be back to normal. That's just not going to happen. I'm a little nervous that we're going to start opening things up because the news has been so good lately. So I personally, I'm going to continue to keep this social distancing stuff because it's not really for me. I do think that Central Standard Time, Denise says we are for in Canada, because I do believe that we need to stick around, stay inside, and keep things going. So, what's the deal with this Baskin Robbins thing? Why in the world would ice cream have anything to do with what we're talking about here? Over the last couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about courage and resilience, and we've talked about avoiding fear and how to analyze fear and how to adjust to stress and that sort of thing. And I was thinking a little bit, I kind of like to lighten things up a little bit on Fridays, and a good friend of mine years ago when I was just starting out at trying to be a public professional artist, a man named Dwight Williams. Those of you in Idaho probably know Dwight. He's a watercolorist. He was the chairman of the Meridian Arts Council. If you displayed at the Initial Point Gallery, it was you were very likely to have Dwight come out and help you. Very likely to have Dwight come out and help you hang your show. Wonderful man. He's just fantastic. And he and his wife used to often come to my booth. Now, you see my work now. Let's just say I've improved. But Dwight walked in and he looked around and he smiled and he says, "David, you got something going here. But there's something you're going to have to remember. Baskin-Robbins has 31 flavors." And I kind of tilted my head, and that confused me a little. I thought, Baskin-Robbins has 31 flavors? What in the world does that have to do with artwork? And he told me, in his graceful and yet not so subtle way, he was letting me know that it was okay for me to blaze my own trail. He smiled and he told me, "David, you are probably not a vanilla sort of guy." He said, maybe your trail is rocky road. And what that meant is that you have the opportunity to be unique. In fact, if you're going to be successful at virtually anything, you can't follow the crowd. Yogi Berra said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. You need to get out and do something different. You need to leverage your particular talents. I think Kurt Cobain said, you better be you because you're the only one you have. All of those things are true. You have to figure out a way to leverage what you're good at. I'm kind of good at bullshitting. Not bad with a camera. I have over the years, and it took me well into my 40s to figure it out. I figured out a way that oh no, my camera's going to die. My red light is flashing. I have figured out a way to make this work for me, this whole combination of artwork. But I did it not necessarily by taking photographs of exactly what I like. Just bring it up here. Maybe. So I personally, let's see, it's in my face. See, and they're going to hate that. Get rid of Robert's quote here. So I love rusted trucks. In fact, I love rust in general. It's just my favorite thing to take a photograph. I have hundreds of photographs of rusty old trucks sitting in a field. I have cars, I have sides of rust, I have rusty garbage cans, I have just rust itself. I love rust. Unfortunately, my customers, they don't necessarily love rust. So I don't sell, except for this one, because it has the cool mountains in the background. I sell a lot of that. So I found a way to be different. You can too. You need to express and leverage your differences, your uniquenesses. Find a way for you to power out your great stuff. Good morning, everybody. Tiger for me says, Denise, look at this here. Let's just throw this up. So this is my friend Denise. She is a badass to the bone. She decided that she was going to figure out how to leverage her particular and unique gifts to make $100,000, over $100,000 a year, to make $10,000 a month. And she was able to do that. She's still doing pretty well. It's remarkable what you can do when you take your personal talents and find a way. She's a very good photographer, and find a way to leverage those talents into something. It doesn't necessarily have to be a money-making thing. Success, we're going to talk about success in one of these days, about how it does not necessarily have to be about money. So, dare to be you, bear to be unique. So speaking of ice cream, you got to live a little. You got to eat diverse first. We've learned that in these uncertain times, you can do kind of whatever you want. Nobody's looking over your shoulder. Eat dessert first. That's hard to say. So I did a little research. I do that occasionally. Here, I got a new screen, so I'm having a little trouble here. So a website called Mary's Fine Dining says, take a few bites of dessert before eating your vegetables. It will help you absorb vitamins and nutrients better. That's a good thing when it comes to your health. Take advantage of eating dessert first. It delays gastric emptying. This causes you to feel fuller quicker, so eat less. Well, let's just say I'm a little cynical, a little skeptical that that's actually true. I don't know who Mary is. I doubt if she's a gastroenterologist. I doubt if she knows much about the actual nutrition. But I really hope she's right. I really hope that eating dessert first is a way for vegetables to be absorbed better. Ah, my goodness. Well, folks, unfortunately, my camera's going to die here pretty shortly, so I'm going to have to cut out of here a little early. Looks like I'm going to be 40 minutes today instead of 45. At the end of each show, I do certainly hang on, and I comment back and forth with all of you. If you have a question or a comment to see or to ask me, I'm more than happy to interact. I try very hard to like and respond to everybody's comment at the end of the day. So my thoughts to you, I'm going to talk until the camera dies, and then I'll switch to the other one. How's that? So my thoughts today are: be unique. Find your perfect talent. Find it is what you can do. In sales, we call it your unique selling opportunity, and it is perfectly fine to be weird. It is perfectly fine to be different. It is perfectly fine to do something a little different. Brene Brown calls it daring greatly. There are lots of ways to leverage who you are and what you do. It's really important. It means eating dessert first. So, I got to tell you that... Okay, I'm just going to do this. So, to end here, I want to tell you that Baskin-Robbins will deliver free on orders over 15 if you are within their delivery area. Naturally, terms and restrictions apply. This is David R. Day. More technical issues, but we're having fun here. I will be back tomorrow, Saturday, beautiful day. Tim, it's not freezing out there, by the way. I'm going to run this back here. Where'd he go? Oh, well. My friend Tim March says it's freezing outside. It is not. I went out and walked the dog. It's beautiful. It's sunny. Not a cloud in the sky. I don't know what part of Boise he's living in, but it's a gorgeous day. And it's a good example of you can look outside and see it's either beautiful or cold. I look to see that is beautiful. So everybody, leverage your strengths. Let's throw this one on here. Eat dessert first, since there are no guarantees. My friend Logan Hobdy says that is so very, very true. You just don't know. Have your oh my goodness, you goofs. Michael Yunko says have your Corvo before your SARS. Any other jokesters out there? All right, my friends. Thank you so much. David R. Day here. We do this every day but Sunday. Heard Over Coffee. Want more information about me? Go to my YouTube page or stop by www.davidrday. I'll see you tomorrow.